Good morning, children. Today we will discuss about folded dipole antenna. Let us go with the presentation. Folded dipole antenna. So here it is a modification of the conventional half-wave dipole. Let us consider two half-wave dipoles and we have to join together. And one of the half-wave dipole it is in continuous, but another one it is split at the center. We can observe the split at the center. So here let us consider two half-wave dipoles and join together. And one of the half-wave dipole it is in the state of continuous, but other one it is splitted at the center. Now the feeding can be given to this folded dipole by using the transmission line at a particular point where the split can be observed at the center. So here this is the radiation pattern, this is the radiation pattern, and this is the folded dipole antenna. And here the distance it is lambda by 2, the points A, P. So currents given here I dash, and here the distance it is here it is T1, and here this is the battery, and this is the particular point C, which is the folded dipole. Here we can observe the continuous state, and here when the radiation fields are concerned, two dipoles are found to be in the parallel essentially. Now the if you observe the radiation pattern for the conventional half-wave dipole and folded dipole antenna, the radiation pattern is same. Radiation pattern of the conventional half-wave dipole and the folded dipole are exactly same. We cannot observe any difference in the case of radiation pattern, but we can observe the main difference between these two are input impedance. That means the input impedance of the folded dipole is much higher than when we compare with the conventional half-wave dipole. That means we can observe the difference in between conventional half-wave dipole and folded dipole antenna are input impedance. So, and also there are two more important factors which we can differ the folded dipole from the conventional half-wave dipole. They are directivity and bandwidth. If the conductors of the folded dipoles are same radii, that means the conductors of the folded dipoles are of the same radii, currents with equal in magnitude and phase flows through the two dipoles. Currents with equal magnitude and phase flows through the two dipoles whenever the conductors of the folded dipoles are of the same radii. Now let us consider the total current flowing into the terminals. Already we have seen here the currents flowing in the terminals. Here it is I dash. So consider the total current flowing into the terminals I and I dash. It is current. Now if the radii of the conductors are equal, if the radii of the conductors are equal, then dipoles will carry equal currents of the magnitude I by 2. Now if this had been a straight dipole, already here we have seen the folded dipole. We have joined two dipoles, two half-wave dipoles, and here these are it is a folded. But if it is a straight dipole, the total current would flow in the first only dipole arm. So we can observe if it is a straight dipole, total current would flow in the first only dipole arm. Now, if the power applied is same, only half of the current flows in the first dipole. If power applied is same, only half of the current flows in the first dipole. So, as already we know, power equals to I square R. Input impedance of the folded dipole becomes 4 times that of the straight dipole. That means here, if you consider the folded dipole, that means here we have considered two half-wave dipoles. So, and we are joining and folded together. So, the input impedance of the folded dipole becomes 4 times. That means 2 square times. 4 times means that is two dipoles we have considered 2 square times, that is 4 times that of the straight dipole. So as the transmission line is delivering the same power but at only half of the current, as the line is delivering the same power but at only half of the current, that means here it is I by 2. Hence for the line impedance is higher. Hence input impedance, that is the input impedance, or we can say it as radiation resistance of the folded dipole becomes R rad equals to 2 square. That means here we have considered two half-wave dipoles. That means here it is 2 square. Here 73 it is the radiation resistance for the half-wave dipole. It is 73 omega. That means here 2 square. That means 4 into 73, which is equals to 292 ohms. 292 omega, or which is nearly equals to 300 omega. So folded dipole can be feed with a conventional 300 ohms open wide transmission line without any matching device. So if the three wire folded dipole, already we have considered two half waves folded dipole. If you consider three wire folded dipole, commonly called tripole, which is we can see in the figure 3.14.2. So one third of the radiating current would be supplied at the input terminals. So then input impedance or the radiation resistance of the tripole is given as 9 times. That means here it is 3 square. That means here tripole radiation resistance or input impedance which is given as 9 times greater than the impedance of the convention dipoles. That means R rad equals to radiation resistance equals to, here we have considered tripole, that means three half-wave dipoles. So 3 square into, this is radiation resistance which is 73 half for 73 omega for half-wave dipole. So which is equals to 3 square, which is equals to 9 into 73, which is equals to 657 omega. So, above equation clearly indicates that the folded tripole can be conveniently used with a 600 omega open wire transmission line. So, here this is the three wire folded dipole or tripole. So, here three wire, 1, 2, 3. So, here the distance it is lambda by 2. So, current I by 3 times. So, here I by 3, I by 3. So, here this is the voltage and here this is uh, I, and here it is D1, D1, D1. So, so this is a three wide folded dipole, or we can say it is a tripole. So above equation clearly indicates us that the folded tripole can be conveniently used with a 600 omega open wide transmission line. So as per the above discussion about the folded dipoles, we can conclude that folded dipole antenna possesses impedance transforming property. Folded dipole antenna possesses impedance transforming property. So impedance transformation can be done by not only increasing the dipoles or conductors in the antenna, but also by changing radii. That means here we have seen the increasing of dipoles. That means two half wave dipoles or three half wave dipoles. That means tripoles, dipoles or conductors. So here impedance transformation can be done by not only the increasing the dipoles or conductors in the antenna, but also by changing the radii of the conductors. So by changing the radii of the conductors also, we can observe the impedance transformation can be done. So by changing the radii of the conductors in the folded dipole antenna itself. So when the radii of the two dipoles are different, that means if you consider the radii of the two dipoles are different, so current through the dipoles is also different. So current flowing through the dipole, it is of greater radius and is also higher as compared to that of flowing through the dipole of the smaller radius. So practically for the unequal radii dipoles, transformation ratio of 1.5 to 20 which can be achieved, and it can be further enhanced by increasing the number of dipoles. So here whenever you are considering the unequal radii dipoles, so the transformation ratio we can see 1.5 to 20 can be achieved. So it can be increased or enhanced by increasing the number of dipoles. So this is a folded dipole with unequal radii. Folded dipole with unequal radii, and here the distance we can observe it is lambda by 2. So current here it is I1, I2, and here D2 it is greater than D1, I2 is greater than I1 by, we have considered here unequal radii. That's why here D2 which is greater than D1. So currents also which is I2 is greater than I1. So it is found that the folded dipole appears as a continuation of a transmission line because it also does not work with even harmonics. That means it does not accept power for even harmonics. That means it does not accept power for the even harmonics, that is second, fourth, sixth, etc. of the fundamental frequency. It works on low standing wave ratio on the odd harmonics, that is third, fifth, seventh, etc. So a folded dipole can be designed with length other than lambda by 2 length. Already we have seen for tripole, dipole, we have considered the length it is lambda by 2. So we can change this lambda by 2 length also. So typically an input impedance of two conductor folded dipole of length 3 by 8 lambda is 225 omega, while that of the two conductor folded dipole of length 3 by 4 lambda it is 450 omega. Let us see here. That means So we can see so different types of folded dipole antennas we have. So folded dipoles of several types are possible. So some of the folded dipoles consists of the dipoles of length lambda by 2. Already we have seen in dipole or tripole. So but the number of dipoles may varies. So while some other cases folded dipoles consists dipoles with different lengths. Now let us see. So here it is the 3-wire folded lambda by 2 dipole antenna. So this is the 4-wire folded lambda by 2 dipole antenna, and this is 2-wire folded 3 lambda by 4 dipole antenna, and this is 4-wire folded 3 lambda by 8 dipole antenna. This is 2 by 3 lambda by 8 stub antenna. So these are the folded dipole antennas. But here we can observe these are not the closed loops. So here already in the first case we have seen these are the closed loops. So these are closed loops. But here we can observe these are open loops. The loops are not closed in the case of 3-wire folded or 4-wire folded, 2-wire folded 3 lambda by 4 distance, and 4-wire folded 3 lambda by 8 distance. So here 2-wire 3 lambda by 8 stub antenna. So here these are the unfold loops. These are not the closed loops. And here for these 3 by 2 conductor folded dipole length 3 by 8 lambda it is 225 omega. So 3 by 4 lambda it is 450 omega, we have seen. And for the lambda by 2 dipole, here it is 400 omega, which is this one. For this one, radiation resistance or impedance for this 4 by folded lambda by 2 dipole, it is 1400 ohms omega. And for this one, for this figure, 3 by folded lambda by 2 dipole antenna, which is not closed loops, that is 1200 omega, which is almost twice to that of the 3-wire folded dipole antenna, which is for the closed loops. And here it is for open loops. For open loops, the radiation resistance or impedance it is twice that of the 3-wire folded dipole antenna with closed loops. That means here it is 1200 omega. And the folded dipoles for lambda by 2 are represented already, we have seen. And here we can observe the distance for these loops, it is lambda by 2 lambda by 2, but these are the not equal lambda by 2. The distance here we have observed 3 lambda by 4, 3 lambda by 8, and here 3 lambda by 8. So these are also not closed loops, these are also open loops here. For these antennas which is for the impedance or radiation resistance or terminal impedance is 450 omega, 225 omega, 225 omega respectively. So another important type of folded dipole which we have planar folded dipoles. So these planar folded dipoles may be characterized as the categorized as the symmetrical planar folded dipole and asymmetrical planar folded dipole. So such antennas are fabricated by using the printed circuit board PCB, printed circuit board PCB, using the strips on the PCB. So by adjusting the widths of the strips, a wide range of the input impedance values can be easily achieved. So moreover, the antenna impedance can be matched with the characteristic impedance of the transmission line on printed circuit with 4:1 impedance ratio. Thank you, children.